119. It was a mission for Akashi Keiji. With his top-notch mind, he would conclude the investigation without the inspector's help. He was indeed reliable. Kotaro already knew it, but he couldn't blow away the feeling lurking at the back of his mind, whispering the worst to come. Crime coefficient is 119. Enforcement mode is non-lethal paralyzer. The lab had always told him how his hue, the purest white, was an incredible counterweight to high crime coefficients, so he knew he'd better stay close to Keiji. His psychopaths, he could take a look at it, but he didn't dare to. He didn't want some big number to hit him like a truck. 129. It wasn't a mission for Akashi Keiji. Not that he wasn't competent enough, but because of some vague instinct Kotaro had. But it wasn't convincing at all for Tetsuro. Who did you expect to convince? Mocked his inner voice. So here he was again, on the field with Keiji. On the other side of the casino, he could see his partner gliding from table to table with an incredible ease. Upstairs, Kuro was overhanging the scene. Yaku wasn't too far neither. They had the zone in control, with First Division as a backup on the potential exits. It would be a shame to dirty their fancy suits. Actually, he didn't get to see Keiji this beautiful every day. Guarding 1 to Lurchers 2. 2 bodyguards of the target near the main gate. Lurcher 2 to Guardings. A customer in a dark blue suit seems involved with the target. Guarding 1 to Lurcher 2. Keep an eye on him. Mastering minimal lip motion was a pain, but it did pay off. At least he could turn into a puppeteer if his career failed, given that it was still a job. Minutes felt like hours while waiting for the right moment to act. Eventually, the target did the first move, retreating to a side room, less crowded. Keiji followed close. 1 minute until they could reach him. Guarding 1 to Lurcher 2. What's the situation? He wasn't able to move as swiftly as Keiji in his ocean of human whirlpools. 10 seconds and no answer. Guarding 1 to Lurcher 2. I repeat, what's the situation? 1:38. 5 seconds and still no answer. Kotaro walked on his steps followed by Yaku, then Kuro, but no man. Neither Keiji nor the target were to be found. Don't die. 1:54. 15 other seconds and radio silence was sharp like an ice-cold knife on the verge of his throat. They contacted First Division, but nothing to report on their end. I won't forgive you. 186. His heart was beating so loud it could break in his chest. At the sound of his own steps, he pictured Keiji's crime coefficient rising. Don't die. 193. Fake Greek statues, old Art Nouveau lamps, overly flowered wallpaper. The scenery of every turning corner were different, but for Kotaro it was nothing but a never-ending maze. All the plans and tactics meticulously prepared vanished, consumed by overwhelming stress. He kept repeating those 2 words, to Keiji, but most likely to himself. Go. Calm down. Tetsuro put a friendly hand on his shoulder. Yaku and Tetsuro were shining with confidence and trust in Keiji's capacities. Yet he, who cherished Keiji more than anyone, he couldn't. 2:35. A shot. 0.4 seconds later, another. Then the typical sound of a Dominator switching mode. And 1 second later, the last shot. 2:79. Mission completed, Keiji simply declared when his teammates arrived. He was covered with his own blood pouring from a wounded left arm and shoulder, and by the blood of the target, painting anew Keiji's white shirt and the golden carpet. Between the lips of that genuine smile of satisfaction, Kotaro could hear a faded laughter. Don't laugh. Keiji chuckled. You sure are frightening, Bokuto-san. The enemy doesn't scare me a bit compared to you. He casually contacted the cleaners at the headquarters while the others lined up with Kotaro's silence. You idiot. As if I'd ever die. The target was in sight. I had to kill him with my own hands. 119. What was frightening was Akashi Keiji's crime coefficient swings, a fearful beauty never to be tamed, and the fact that Bokuto Kotaro was the sole person known to balance those numbers was equally alarming.